Hi everyone, this is Arun. In this session, we are going to create shopping UI application in .NET MAUI with SQLite database. Here we go. We are going to develop this application using Visual Studio 2022. I am opening that application. Need to choose create new project. Select .NET MAUI app. I am giving the project name as shopping UI. Now the application has been created. Now we are going to create login UI like this view. We are going to add the two label and two entry box and two button. We're going to achieve this view. Now I am going to add login page. For login page, we need to choose .NET MAUI, .NET MAUI content page. So now login page has been created. Now we have to add the content page content. Now we are going to add grid. In grid, we are setting the value on horizontal option and vertical option and the padding to align the grid. Now we are adding label for username and password. I'm going to set font size 17 and font attribute bold. Now we will add the entry text box inside the frame. The height of the frame going to 50. I'm setting the entry text box color as white and height request 48 and width request is 200. In password entry box, we need to set this password property as true. Now I am adding two buttons. First one is login button, second one is register button. Both buttons are we are adding inside the grid. I am setting button text as login and button text color as white and height request is 40 and width request is 100. Next, we will define the row definition of the grid. Now we are going to set grid row and column values for label and frame. I am adding these values. The column value is going to be 0 and row value as 1. Third row as 2. I am setting grid row value as 4 and padding value also. Now we are setting text color for label. I am going to apply same color for button background color as well. Now I'm going to add the background image for the login page. So I'm going to add the image for the background image in resource image folder. Now I am adding background image for login page. So I am adding the image going to inside the grid. I'm going to assign the image source. So I have set vertical option fill and aspect ratio fill. I'm going to run this application. I'm going to change the app example page, main pages, login page. I'm going to run this application in Android Simulator. So far, we have successfully created the login page with the labels, entry, and buttons. So now we are going to implement the functionality of the login page. Hence, we are connecting with the SQLite database for storing username and password. Going to add new class. We need to add SQLite namespace. So we will open the manage NuGet package and browse SQLite.NET PCL NuGet, and I choose version 1.6.2.9 and install it. Now SQLite NuGet was added. Now I am going to implement the SQLite database connection. Now we are going to create new model for login page. In login model, we are adding two string properties, one for username, another one for password. And we are assigning the username property as primary key. Now going to implement the get data method. This method will retrieve the data from database. So next we are going to implement save login data. This method is used for adding username and password into database. I'm going to create the login view model. So I'm going to add new folder. The folder name is view model. Now I am adding new class file and set class name as login view model. Now I am adding the login view model method, and now I am adding the property for the username and password. Next we are going to add iCommand method for register. Now we are going to implement the login command. It would help to perform the login button click event. Now we are creating respective method for a command. Now we are going to add a login database static method and static property in example page. In get method, we are going to check the database are null or not null. If database null, we are going to create a new database. Now the database code, login database code has been added. Now we are going to implement the iCommand property for login command method. For navigation purpose, I'm going to add the navigation code. Using method, we're going to add the session command, login command, and navigation. In this method, we are going to check whether the given username is exist in database. This login command method will compare the text box value with database value. If the given username and password matches, then it will navigate the next page. If it's not matches, then error message will pop up. Register command method will save the username and password into the database. Once the data is stored in database, it will show the pop-up success message. Now the command code has been implemented, so I'm going to add this command in example page. That's been added in example page. Now I'm going to add the binding contest for login page. Now we are going to run the application. Now going to register a new username and password. I'm going to type the username as test1. Password equal to test1. Same username and password are going to do. Registration successful. If we provide invalid username or password, the error message will be populated. Now we are focusing on product page. So in this product page, as per this image, we are going to implement. In this page, we are going to add Syncfusion list view component. Going to add new item. .NET MAUI content page. So now we are going to add label inside the grid. Now we are going to add Syncfusion list view. So I'm open manage NuGet package and type MauiUI list view, and I'm going to install the NuGet. Now NuGet installed successfully. Now we are going to add Syncfusion list view namespace. We are going to add Syncfusion list view control in example page. This list view will help for the displaying product image and details. Now we are going to create model and view model for product page. Now we are create item model. In this model, we will create item class. Inside the item class, define all the property which I'm showing here. Now I will create product page view model. Now I'm going to add new item. Going to choose class and give name for product page view model. Now we are going to add product view model items. Next, are going to add the new item. Now we are adding product items. What are the product items we are adding here will be displayed in the product page. Now we are adding picture name and product name. Quantity of product and price. Same way, I am adding some more product item. So far, we have implemented a product page using model details. Now we will back to the product page design. In this code, we are adjusting property value for the alignment of the list view. Also, we bind the value for item source property. Next, we are going to add list view item template. Item template inside we are going to add the data template. In list view, we are implementing data template. We have added image property inside the frame, which will be showing the product image, and label order inside the stack panel. The label will be display the product name and the price. Next, we are going to assign the grid row definition and padding and background color. We are setting the value in the label for text color and font size and font attribute and horizontal text alignment and margin. For background purpose, I have added the box view. Now we will add binding on list for the product page. Now going to add the product image in image folder. Now the product image has been added. Now product page design has been completed. We will run the application now. We have implemented the design page for product page. This page display product image, product name, product price details, and also we have included a view button. Now we will see the functionality of the view button. Now I have add selected item property and item and item click given. Now we going to implement item click method. In this method, we're going to move this page to another details page. I'm going to create one details page. So the .NET MAUI example page. Detail page. For navigation purpose, I have create one private variable. Now I have push model assemblies method for details page. Now we are going to assign binding context for detail page. So I am create product page view model item and assign binding context. Now we are going to implement the design detail page for the product. In this page, we're going to show the product image and product price and product description and add to cart button. In content, I'm going to add a grid and I have assigned binding context is selected item. Next, we are going to show the product image. So product image, I have added the image property inside the grid and I have added one box view for the corner for the image. And I have assigned source for the binding picture from product page viewing model. Next, I have added for the code for label product price and product title. So in this page, I have assigned the byte context for the name and price from product page view model. And I have added the description Now we will create add to cart button and I add the respective property for the button. Also I have bind the value in command property. So we are going to add the respective event in view model. So I'm at product item click event in view model. So now we're going to create the cart page. The cart page, we are going to show the product details and product price and product quantity. This label will show how many items were selected, and we are going to add the SF list view. In that list view, we are showing product quantity details and the image and plus or minus button. Now going to add Syncfusion in space for list view control. In list view, we implementing data template. We have added image property inside the grid, which will be shown the product image, and the label will display the product price and name, and also showing the quantity. I am adding binding context in cart page. So far, we have completed the design and functionality for the shopping UI. In this shopping UI application, we have implemented the login page, product page, detail page, and cart page. Now I'm going to run the application which we created. Now I'm going to enter the username and password. I'm going to click the login button. Let's navigate the product page. The product page will show the other product details. Now I'm going to click the view button. When we click the view button, it's navigate the display page. So details page. In details page, it show image and description and price details. Now going to click the auto cart button. The final cart page will show. Now I am going to end this session. I really appreciate that you took the time and listened to my presentation. Thank you all.